Ladies and gentlemen, it is just after 8 a.m. on a Tuesday. I have exactly an hour before I have to be clocked in at work. And I figured I'd have a morning ramble, so to speak. So, I've been hearing a lot of people moaning and groaning about life in general. And I've actually seen a lot of activity on the Me Too movement, and I've got to say that I'm actually very proud of the women that have done that. It's something that really does need to be brought attention to. I didn't know what it was, and I asked, and I found out, and now I've seen so many posts that it's a lot more of an issue than people have ever thought, and it's really rampant, as well as pedophilia in Hollywood. And I think it's sad, I don't understand where men come from, where they think that they can do things like that to women. I certainly never would. I have enough respect for women in general, and I don't know. It really torques me off. But then I see that, and then I see people, bitching and moaning about regular things in life, and I'm guilty of it too. I don't really know how often I'm guilty of it, but I know that there's some people that are guilty of it every fucking time they're on Facebook. And it incredulates me. It irritates me because, yeah, there's a lot about this country that's not cool, but it's still one of the freest countries in the world. No matter who's in office, no matter what's going on politically, no matter what's going on out in the streets, okay, we still have way more freedom than anywhere else on the planet. Not to mention the fact that our first world problems are bullshit compared to some third world countries and a lot of countries in general. We have it so much fucking better. I mean, I give you a for instance. We go to the store, we get drinking water, or we go to Water and Ice and we get 5-gallon things of drinking water. There's some places in the world where a gallon of water like this has to last an entire village a fucking month. Okay? That's just putting something in perspective. We have a lifestyle, whether we don't have a lot of money or not, that is lifetimes and miles ahead of some other people in other countries. And I, for one, when I wake up in the morning, I'm grateful that I've woken up, number one, because I've had multiple heart attacks, but also because despite the fact that the job that I'm doing is very mentally stressful to me, despite the fact that it was not something I was intended to be in and was placed in, I still have a job. I get told every now and then that I need to fix something here and there, and it's tedious, and there's a lot of times I don't like it, but that goes with having a job, and no matter what job you get, it's not always going to be roses. And this is a thing that is a first world problem as far as I'm concerned, because I look at some of these people in Africa, people in some of the Asiatic countries, people in the South Americas, like the Amazon, that have nothing. I look at Puerto Rico that still has no power, has had virtually no help whatsoever. And I look at my life, and I look at the fact that, yeah, I'm having a hard time, and I would really prefer to have a job that I can go into, just do and go home and not have to worry about certain things, but I don't have that option. But guess what? It's still way better than some of the alternatives. And by the way, I've been homeless twice for fairly decent amounts of time, and I really have to respect the fortitude of staying alive and in front of themselves that some people that are homeless do. There's a lot of people that are homeless in this country, but there's also some people that are homeless by choice. and they go and panhandle and make more than some of us that bust our ass. So there's always, there's always things somewhere that are not always quite right. And it's rampant in this country, but we're still better off than most other countries. And we need to take stock of that. We need to understand that just because we have disagreements politically, which, by the way, is really stupid, we need to start getting together way more often. These groups that fight each other, like BLM and KKK and white supremacists and Antifa, Communist Party, they're just not doing any good. And this is still a first world problem. But we need to look at these type of things. We need to understand this. We need to understand that we could have it way fucking worse. Way worse. There's other countries where cops control everything. Period. They can see you breathe wrong and kill you, and their government will support them in that. Okay? We at least have a government that does not condone cops killing people unwarrantedly. It may still happen, but they don't condone it. Okay? And, officers in other countries are very, very militarized compared to us. Yeah, we have militarized police now compared to how they were even 20 years ago. But they're still not nearly as militarized as some other countries. And, by the way, the killings that happen at the hands of cops, compared to how much good cops in general do currently in this country, is about this much. And it encompasses all races, not just one or one other. It encompasses all races. There's plenty of statistics to support that you can see readily online. The FBI's own statistics included, okay? Ones that have been released currently. So, take stock of what you have. Take stock of what you do in life. I'm not particularly fond of my job. I've only had it about a month, but I still have a job. And with me, no matter what job I do, I'm never really comfortable anyway. It's part of my autistic makeup. I'm never comfortable with myself, no matter how good I do. So, I have to take appreciation in what I have in life. I'm still breathing. I still have money coming in my bank. My bills are still paid. My girlfriend's awesome. We don't have a perfect relationship. Nobody really does. But I'm still lucky that I have a girlfriend. I hate being alone. And I'm not alone. So, we care about each other very much. And we know that despite ourselves, because each of us has our own interesting parts of ourselves, we have a common ground and we love each other. And, I've taken the last couple of weeks to really think about certain things. And I know that I can really conceive of living the rest of what I have for my lifetime with this woman. And I've had that twice, and they haven't panned out, and I really sincerely that it happens with this one. But even that's something that's not possible in other countries. So, really take stock of what you have. Be proud to be an American, even if you don't like other Americans, or, the right or the left, or this and that, or anything else in life that you disagree with. Guess what? At least you have the right to disagree. At least you have the right to live the way you want. Don't press yourselves and your beliefs on other people to the point that you alienate everybody. Listen, there's plenty of people that I have as friends that are very staunch Democrats, very staunch Christians, and I don't agree with a lot of shit they have to say, and they certainly don't agree with a lot of shit I have to say, but I still love them as friends nonetheless. And that's what makes being an American a great thing. We can disagree without being violent and without having the need to end relationships, and we can agree to disagree and still love each other and care. And we have lives that people in other countries envy. No matter how poor we are, we're still better off than most. Should take stock in that.